Jai Sri Radha. Krishna Janmashtami ki Jai. Krishna appeared in this is Krishna Janmashtami 2024. Krishna appeared in this Boma Vrindavan. It's called Bharat. I don't know what it was called when Krishna appeared, maybe Bharat. I guess it was. It's say 5,250 years ago. And the Bhagavad Gita, there's a very important verse Krishna talks about his birth. 4th chapter, verse 9. You know that verse? Janma karma chame devya evam yovati tapata tyakshvatayam punarjama nayati mamiti sorjana. And Krishna is telling Arjuna, if one understands the transcendental nature of my appearance and lilas, when the one dies, he'll come to me. He'll not take another birth. Punar janam na vidyate. Vidyate means it will not happen. Na vidyate means it will not happen. Another birth. Punar janam. So this is an important idea that we should understand Krishna's birth, and actually Bhakta, a devotee of Krishna, when he attains perfection, he attains Krishna. Our goal is Krishna. Krishna's Nam, Krishna's form, Krishna's qualities, Krishna's Leela, and our own Siddhaya is serving in Krishna's Leela. So there's quite a lot of attainments. The first attainment and perception of Krishna that we attain is his name. So Janmashtami was a historical event on this earth planet, and right now somewhere in some material universe on some earth planet, it's described in Shastra, there are many universes as there are seeds in a bag of 100-kilo bag of mustard seeds. A big bag of 100 kilos, how many mustard seeds are? 100 million, uncountable numbers. That's how many universes are. In every universe there's one Earth planet, and on one of those Earth planets, right now tonight at midnight, people are seeing Krishna appear. Yashoda seeing, and Nanda and others. So it's Nitya, all Krishna's lilas are Nitya. So that's a historical fact, but that means that Krishna appears every moment. But the individual experience of Krishna is when one attains perfection and bhakti, he attains prema, then he has his own avirbhav, his own darshan of Krishna in 3 forms. It's called Swarti, Viswarti, or Sakshat Darshan. The Sina Bhagavatam describes different devotees have Sakshat Darshan, like who? Dhruva Maharaj, Narada Muni. Even animals have had direct darshan of Krishna. Gajendra, an elephant. Chitraketu, Yayati. What did she say? Prahlad. Yeah, different forms. Narahari Darshan. That's also good. So we'll all have our individual Janmashthamis when we attain prema. When you read the biographies of the great saints, you hear how they have darshan of Krishna. They don't even know it sometimes. Many times they don't even realize it. Krishna comes as a coward boy, and you're Govardhan and Govindakund doing bhajan and doing lilas smaran in Sakyarati, meditating Krishna as a coward boy, and you're desiring to play with Krishna as a coward boy. And Krishna comes, knocks on your door, says, "Hey, Baba, Baba, I want some water." You say, "Yeah, don't bother me. You kids always bother me. Yeah, go away." So Krishna comes repeatedly, knocks on the door of his kutir. They go in the 1800s. He says, "Hey, Baba, we're thirsty. We're out here currying the cows. Get away, go away, I'm meditating on Krishna." Krishna looks at Balaram and says, "He's meditating?" Balaram says, "He's meditating on you." Don't disturb him. Nobody's afraid of Bhakta. Well, I give him darshan. Oh, it doesn't seem like he's interested. It seems like he's too busy. So be sure you're not like that. So one day he said, okay, these guys are always bothering me. So he opened his door. He saw Krishna and Balaram, very cute cowboys. But Yogamaya, he couldn't understand they were Krishna and Balaram. He just thought they were gopas, gwals, cowboys. So he got water. He got his commando, his water pot, or it's called some other name, whatever, clay water pot. He's pouring water. And Krishna's looking at the saint who was a Premier Bhakta, and they were both looking at each other. Krishna's looking at the saint's looking at Krishna, and Krishna's hands are there. And the guys, Baba's pouring the water, and it's pouring on the ground. He's missing the hands. He's not falling in the hands, and Krishna's just looking. So then he thought, he didn't understand what happened. He looked and he saw the water's all over the ground. Then Krishna, then he left. He said, thank you, and he left. Then Baba went and sat down. He had a strange feeling in his mind and heart. His hair was standing, tears were rushing from his eyes. He practically went unconscious. He said, what was that boy? There were thousands of cows behind him. 1,000 likes on the cows. I've never seen so many cows. Usually there's only a couple of boys with 2 or 3, 10 cows. There was lakhs of cows. That was Krishna. That was Balaram. That was all the cows of Krishna burned on the ground. He opened the door. Within 1 minute, no cow or boys to be seen. No cows. Not even dust of cows' feet. So that's Janmashtami. Krishna Jayanti, the victory for his bhajan. Although we hear that many people they describe their appearance as Jayanti, our Bhajan Acharya, Jiva Goswami, says the word Jayanti, it should only be used for Bhagavan Sri Krishna. We say Hanuman Jayanti, we say Gandhi Jayanti, we say my grandfather's Jayanti. Police Commissioner Jayanti, whatever. But it should only be for Krishna. It can't be for anyone else. He goes on to explain about that in Krishna Sandarbha, why Krishna should be reserved for that. Because Jayanti, what does Jayanti mean? It means victory. Glorious victory, conquering. So only Krishna can give you liberation. There's many forms of God, but they don't give liberation. They kill demons and they establish Dharma, but mukti can only be done by Krishna, or someone empowered by Krishna. Because there are shastras that say that Shiva can give mukti also, but Shiva draws his power from Krishna. Because he chants Ram Nam also, but he's directly being powered by Bhagavan Sri Krishna, Swayam Bhagavan. So this is the point. So there's a story in the Vallabha Sampradaya about 30 years ago. One disciple of a guru, he asked his guru, he said, I'm doing Bhakti Bhajan. Will I ever see Krishna? Will I ever get darshan of Krishna? And I don't think, the disciple said, well, if it's possible, I wonder, we don't find too many people, we don't meet too many people who have darshan of Krishna. Well, we also have darshan of Krishna. And the guru said to him, this is a true story from a Vallabhacharya guru, that was only 30 years ago. He said, yes, you'll have darshan of Krishna tonight. The guru was visiting his house, giving darshan and giving satsang. And he said, I'm leaving now, but tonight Krishna will come and give you darshan. So the husband, the man and his wife are very excited. So they cleaned the house and lit incense and got all kinds of flowers and to welcome Krishna. Swagatam Krishna, Swagatam Krishna. Welcome Krishna. And so it was 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock. We're staying up all night. And then all of a sudden, around 1 o'clock in the morning, amazing fragrance filled the whole house. Like unearthly, celestial aroma, sugandhi. And the man said to his wife, "Do you smell that?" "Yeah, what is that?" He said, "Your perfume?" "No, I don't know. I don't know that kind of perfume." And they couldn't figure out what it was. She said, "Maybe that's Krishna." The husband said, but I don't see him. So then they went to sleep because they didn't get darshan of Krishna. So then the Guru came again, they met the Guru, and the Guru said, "So what happened?" And the disciple said, I didn't get darshan. And then I smelled an amazing fragrance. So the Guru asked him, "Why didn't you get darshan?" And then he said, "I don't know." He said, "Because you didn't have faith in the words of the Guru. I said you get darshan, but when you smelled that fragrance, you had doubt. Is that my wife's perfume?" And she said, "No." So in her mind there was doubt. I don't think Krishna's going to come. So that's the moral of the story is, don't doubt the words of Guru. The Guru said it's going to happen, it's going to happen. That's the thing. And there's a verse in Upanishads that describes that. Yasya deve tata deve. Yeah, yasya deve prabhaktir yata deve tata guru. Yata tata, yata tata, yata deve tata guru. Prakashante. Tasyate kadita harta prakashante mahatmana. So those that are devotees, they understand that you have faith in Krishna, Devi, go into Devi, and faith in Guru, then you'll get everything valuable. Art. Prakashante art. Arta means everything valuable and achievable and attainable and desirable will manifest by faith in Krishna and Guru. This verse explains that. So this is a day to pray and to hope, when will that day, when will I smell the fragrance and see how darshan of Krishna. Sometimes in Karti, there's one person that comes to Radhakund from Bengal or Assam, and he plays the flute late at night. He sits on the banks of Radhakund and plays the flute, a bamboo flute, very, very enchantingly. And in Kartik at nighttime, towards November, it's very cold, and many Bengalis go home after Balashtami, they go home. And so it's very quiet and cold at the end of Kartik. And at that time, this person shows up the last 2 weeks of Kartik and plays the flute. And I sleep on the veranda, and I hear that flute, and I say, it sounds so much like it must be Krishna. I'm thinking, will he come here? Or should I go there? But Nidra Devi doesn't let me go. Nidra Devi has a strong hold on me. Who's Nidra Devi?
Who brings sleep? Who gives sleep?
Who makes you go to sleep? Who lulls you to sleep? Nidra Devi. So I'm thinking someday maybe that's the indication that I'm hearing Krishna's flute. So maybe I'll smell the fragrance of his body one day. Maybe I'll see him one day. I hope I do. So we have collected some different katha about Krishna's birth from different sacred scriptures. So we'll relish Hari Katha and hear about those things. First thing I want to read is Gopal, can't see through this, Gopal Chandra. So a little background here. The temple there's the light. So try to get that engaged here. A little background. Nanda Maharaj was the king of Brajmandal, and he was getting very old. He was like 90 years old. He didn't have any children. So all the Brajvasis were very worried and upset. Their king's son. So they were doing different pujas and praying to Shiva and Durga and all the Manasi Devi, Govardhan. And there was not much success. Finally, at a late age, Nanda Maharaj had a child. So before Yashoda gave birth to Krishna, an old lady showed up from Ujjain, Purnamasi. And this Gopal Champu describes that. So this is very good now. An austere woman arrived with a Brahmin boy. Everyone rose to their feet and welcomed them. And they said, "You seem to be Yogamaya personified. Who are you?" And your young boy with you appears to be like Narada Muni. That old lady, austere Vairagi lady said with a smile, "I am Purnamasi." She was wearing red cloth, like sannyasis. Since childhood I have performed austerities. This boy is Madhamango, he's my grandson. He has a nature equal to Narada Muni. Narada Muni is known for joking. And so Madhamango is considered a Vaisha of Narada Muni, representing that joking quality. I mean, Madhamango is Madhamango. He's Swarup Shakti of Krishna. Narada Muni is expanded from Brahmi Jiva Shakti. So it's not that Madhamango is Narada Muni. It just has some qualities of him. Like some of my disciples are good jokers. I say, "Oh, you're becoming like me." I say to them, "You're going to be becoming like me now." They're not me. It's not possible. Thank God. One's too much. Well, we say one's enough, but in this case, one's too much. You say one's enough. Oh, one's too much even. So the Brishvasis, they asked Purnamasi, "Please show us some mercy because you're a Vairagi, you're a sannyasini." And she said, "You're all very fortunate." He said, "Why? What is her fortune?" And Purnamasi said to Nanda Baba, "Very soon you'll have a son who will give bliss to the universe." Seva is bliss. With tears and hair standing on end, the Vishvasis and Nanda Maharaj said, "Mahavan is our special holy place. Since you have come and given us all Vishvasis so much relief with this good news that Nanda Maharaj is going to get a son, why don't you stay here by the Yamuna River? We'll build you a cottage, we'll build you a kutir, you can stay there." She said, Purnamasi said, "Your invitation is like the Vedas." I don't know why she said that, but anyway. They went off her respects to Varanasi and took her to the Yamuna. So then, one night in Magh Mas, in Ekam, Krishna Paksha Ekam, Yashoda was serving Nanda. She became tired and went to sleep and had a dream and saw some amazing worshipable object. She saw a child whose limbs were covered by a celestial maiden. That's a pretty interesting idea. But a little kid, he was being embraced by a Apsara. That's what it sounded like. Celestial maiden means Apsara. That little boy she saw in her dream entered her heart, and the celestial lady entered her womb. So who did she see? Yogamaya and
Krishna.
so who arranges for the appearance of Krishna?
Yogamaya.
Nanda Baba also himself experienced that the child had entered his heart, but he couldn't explain it. As Yashoda became pregnant, and she was ordinarily very grave and self-controlled. When she was pregnant, she became disturbed by desires to eat different things. So this is a feature of pregnancy. When a woman's pregnant, she asks for peanuts and ice cream and all kinds of wild stuff, popcorn, whatever, who knows what. I'm not a woman, I don't know all that. But so she had a intense craving for a kheer. Mixed with camphor and ghee and lots of sugar, decorated with tulsi leaves, because she had offered it to Krishna. Because he was going to eat it first. She put it in her mouth, he eats it, and then he gets around to the shoulder. So you can't offer anything to Krishna without tulsi leaves. So it started there. Offering of tulsi and preparation to Krishna started with Yashoda's pregnancy, according to Gopal Chapu. Pretty interesting. Let's see what else we have here. There was something special about this boy's birth. Yeah, it was God. It was Bhagwan. He took an infant's body to show compassion. Maya took birth from Yashoda as Krishna's younger sister. The Bhagavatam proves this. 10th canto, chapter 4, verse 9. The child, Yogamaya, the younger sister of Lord Vishnu, Bhagavan Vishnu, slipped upward from Kamsa's hands and appeared in the sky as Durga Devi, with 8 arms full of weapons, machine guns, 457s, 38s, 22 caliber, all kinds of stuff. Now, 10th canto, chapter 3, verse 1, Nanda Maharaj was very happy when Krishna appeared as his son, Admaja. The word in the Sanskrit verse 10.5.1 says Admaja means born from me, from myself. He was overwhelmed with jubilation. He dressed himself opulently, invited Brahmins to chant Vedic mantras to celebrate the birth. Jiva Goswami comments on this verse 10.5.1. By using the word Atmaja, his son, the Bhagavatam shows that Krishna was Nanda's son. So we want Shastric proof, Pramanic proof from the Puranas. In the Bhagavad Puran, it says Nandatmaja. It said the verse is Nandatmaja. Ja means Janma, birth. This boy was born from Nanda, not Vasudeva. But another forearm for a person was born from there, from Devaki and Vasudeva. That's Vasudeva Krishna. But Nanda and Yashodananda and Krishna, Vrindavan Krishna, is born from Yashoda. So there's two guys. One guy born with 4 arms in Mathura, and one boy born with 2 arms in Vrindavan, Gokul. So this Gopal Chamba speaks more about that. The Vrishvasis have a special perfection. There is nothing except Krishna in their hearts. That's must be nice Sanskrit. This is English. The book is written in Sanskrit by Jiva Goswami. So some of us are living in Vrindavan. We should become like this. Nothing, they have a special perfection. There's nothing except Krishna in their hearts. Or for a Vaishnava worshiper of Krishna, wherever you're living, whether you live in Delhi or Smelly or Delhi. When I used to preach in Delhi, I used to call it Delhi, Smelly, Delhi. And they always heard me say that in the temple, they used to come out. When I would come, they would meet me and say, Maharaj, what brings you to Delhi, Smelly, Delhi? I said, I'm working on my citizenship. I'm from fragrant, transcendental Vrindavan. Vrindavan flower incense, famous. Krishna alone is present in their affectionate hearts. Though Krishna is reflected in their hearts, he cannot easily be seen. Krishna only reveals himself when the heart is full of love. Affection as parents is the cause of Krishna's appearing as the son of Yashoda and Nanda. Krishna didn't appear as the son of Devaki and Vasudeva. Jiva Goswami explains why. When I turn on this light, I attract a lot of new friends. Many colorful and excited friends I have. And they're all kinds of moths and butterflies, patanga. And they're blessing me with their touch and antics, flying around, landing on my door. That's a cool one. Hello. Some are, I think, Mayavadis, though. Because their guru told you to merge with the light.
Yeah, they're going.
So they go up there and they crash down. There's a little baby on my head. Look, cute little guy. Hi, don't merge, please. One and different. Stay with me, I won't let you merge. So he says, Yogamaya, from this verse, from Bhagavatam, 10th canto, chapter 8, verse 19, Tasman Nandabraja Yam Te Narayana Sama Gune. It's a very famous verse. It says, the son that was born from you is equal to Narayan. Narayan Sama. He's equal to Narayan. Like Narayan. So, we can understand from this verse, Shiva Goswami says, Yogamaya, who was worshipped by Nanda, had no other interest than Krishna. She is Krishna's true Shakti, has the ability to do the impossible. Lord gave Yogamaya and she arranged Krishna as your son, as Nandaraj's son. Krishna arranges for Yogamaya to invisibly assist all the time, assist in his pastimes at all times, acting favorably to him. Then Shiva Goswami says, the four-armed form of Narayan or Krishna appeared internally to Vasudeva and Devaki, and later appeared externally. They had darshan on Narayan. Because Krishna appears always as a two-armed form to Nanda and Yashoda. So what happened is that Vasudeva brought his son, who was actually Vasudeva Krishna, the four-armed form, who adopted a two-armed form, at the request of Devaki, because she wanted to hide it, didn't want anybody to know that Bhagavan took birth as her son. So he carried him over, but he was carrying Vasudeva, foreign form of Krishna. And he put him on the bed, and he took Yogamaya. But already on the bed, he didn't see Yogamaya made a two-armed form of Krishna, Nanda's son, Yashoda's son, invisible to Vasudeva. Because two children were born. One was born Astami, midnight, was Astami Rohini Nakshatra, that was Krishna. And shortly after, Yogamaya was born. So by the time Vasudeva arrived there, it was like 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock, whatever it was. There was two children on either side of Yashoda. Who were they?
Krishna and Yogamaya.
Krishna and Yogamaya. So Yogamaya was already working. Child labor. Against the law. You just work, you already put to work. She covered Vasudeva with illusion. You only saw a girl, didn't see a little Krishna there. So when he put down the four-arm form of Vasudeva, what we thought was two-arm form, that Vasudeva merged in Krishna. That's why Jiva Goswami said, the two-arm form of Krishna is always the son of Nanda and Yashoda. He explains why also. I said. So, there's some more. Come on, guys. Get off my book so I can turn the page. Plan this guy up. There's a whole party going on here. Whole Rasveda, like 16,000 months here. They're all over the place. So my things and my books, my table. Radhe. Jai Jai Shri Radhe. They should even know my name before they merged into Brahman. They have Mukti and Prem. Love it. Okay. They're lining up together, right? That's pretty good. Okay, your name is Krishna Das. Your name is Chaitanya Das. Your name is Raraman Das. Your name is Raghavinda Das. Your name is Rarani Devi. Don't merge. So, what happened? Oh, okay. So that everyone knows about Yogamaya came back and I guess you can blow bugs. You can't blow out lilas, candles, or birthday cake. You can't blow some fence hog. Or you can blow. Someone put this book over there. Oh, I gotta put it here. Out all over the place. That's really fired up guys. Where are they coming from? They're just manifesting out of thin air.
After rain they come to
Look like F-14s or something like that. Little bugs. They're all over me. There's hundreds of my leg. Sure, wow. I never knew I had so many friends. But you know, what kind of stars are going to fly away? They're getting this shade, they're going to fly away. They're all going to hardware to merge. Going to Rishikesh to merge. That's wild. They're looking at me also. One guy's looking at me. High up. Okay. This is Ananda Vrindavan Chambu. It's about the birth. That's a nice description. The time for Krishna to appear in the material world was coincided with two internal desires. One is he wanted to increase the fortune of Yashoda and Nanda and wanted to relish the sweet mellow of Shringar Ras. What is Shringar Ras? It's actually Paraki of Paramore love. Because you say Madhurati, does the Rukmini have Madhurati with Krishna?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Madhura means man and woman relationship. It's called Madhura, sweetness. Well, otherwise, what's the relationship? There's 5 rasas in Vrindavan. You're shaking your head no.
Yes.
So does Rukmini have Vasai Rasa with Krishna? Sakya Rasa? No, that's right. So the answer is Madhura. So what is Lakshmi's Rati relationship with Vishnu?
Madhura.
Shringar Ras? No. Shringar Ras is a special ornamental type of love, which is called Paramore love. Par amor. Amor means a lover. Para means additional, extra. I have my husband and I have another one. Extra. Reserve. So that's called Shringar. So Krishna came to relish that. For these 2 reasons, Krishna came to earth. So what are 2 reasons?
To increase the sweet bliss of Yashoda and Nanda and to relish the
Right. To relish Vatsalya and Madhurya Ras, basically. Another distinction of Krishna's earthly pastimes is that besides the Nityasthita parikshas of Krishna, like Radharani and Chandravali, Shrutis personified appeared in the homes of other gopis. They had desire to serve Krishna as Braja gopis, and the Dandakaranya sages in Treta Yuga. So they upon seeing the Swakya Bhav, the sweet conjugal relationship of Ram and Sita, they wanted to have the same relationship with Madan Gopal. That's what he wrote. He wrote also the name Madan Gopal. Bhagavan Sri Krishna. But he said Madan Gopal. By attaining perfection or sadhana, they achieved a fortunate position to take birth as gopis in Prakat Lila and Bhava Vrindavan. Yogamaya arranged all these things to happen in Gokul. None Yashoda and others appeared in Madhavan before Krishna. The Govas and Gopis and other eternally liberated souls appeared after Krishna. Those who had attained perfection in sadhana, namely Shruti Chari, Muni Chari, took birth in Vrindavan. And that this describes the time of birth. What kind of day was it? Was it a rainy day or a regular day? What kind of day was it?
Rainy day.
Rainy day. Rainy midnight. At the time of Krishna's birth, the mass of people tasted the inner bliss that devotees forever relish. That's really cool. What do you say?
At the time of birth of Krishna, that Brajavasis released with the inner bliss. That the goat is released all time.
The general class of people, anybody who's in Vrindavan, any jati, any varna, anybody, they relish the bliss that devotees always relish. What does that mean? Why are devotees always relishing bliss?
Because
Because
they're
of
always
Krishna.
in Krishna in
Krishna
their
is
hearts.
manifesting.
Because Krishna is always very appearing in their heart.
Yeah,
They're always saying, "Oh, Krishna, why are you doing this to me?" He's not answering. He's just doing. When we get some gift, we say, "Oh, thank you, Krishna. That's good. You're doing good." When hardship comes, "Hey, Krishna, what are you doing?" Okay, here we go again. I have a phrase I always say. Everyone speaks to their Krishna in their heart, so I also do. I say, "Krishna, what's this lila now?" I read a lot of lilas. I told a lot of lilas in my life. I collected a lot of lilas. I heard a lot of lilas. But what is this lila you're doing with me right now? What are you doing to me? You'll find out. Sit back, enjoy the show. Get some Mahaprasad and eat a little bit and see how it turns out. Well, listen, can you tell me ahead of time? Am I going to win? Am I going to lose? The Bhagavan Sri Krishna ki.
Jai.
Krishna Jayanti ki.
Jai.
Sri Krishna Janmashtami ki.
Jai.
So it goes on like that. Pure gentle breezes brought refreshing coolness like devotees who satisfy and sanctify everyone with their calm, sweet, and affectionate behavior. Kavi Karnapur loves to make comparisons and metaphors. There's like 100 metaphors every page. He's a poet. You know, poets are always like that. Can't control poets. At that time, all the directions became as pure and joyful as the mind of a devotee who has received the mercy of Hari. Happiness gradually replaced distress in everyone's heart. These little moths are flying inside my shirt also. They're really very affectionate. They're crawling down my neck. I got this thing open a little bit so they're finding a way to get to me. There's a cricket there too. Hi, boy. A little baby cricket. You know, what do you call it? The guys that jump.
Cricket only good.
Make sound of it.
Make sound like it's at night.
Tick, tick, tick. Yeah.
Yes, that is
There's no Hindi word for that? He's from America or what? The English brought him here or what? They came with the British? That's what they left you guys? Thanks a lot. Well, she, I guess they're coming to the party.
After life.
You guys are coming to celebrate Janmashtami. Must be like that. Okay, listen. The bodies of all creatures manifested extraordinary beauty and youthful vitality. You guys are pretty youthful. Men felt extremely joyful and displayed virtuous qualities. That's a change. Men showed virtuous qualities. Ordinarily they don't. But it was Krishna's birth, so they wanted to look good, though. They wanted to behave themselves. Throughout the world, people behaved cordially and interacted in a friendly way. Happiness twinkled in everyone's eyes. At the end of Dwapara Yuga, which completely destroys faults and doubts, an auspicious, favorable, obstacle-free time appeared on Janmashtami. At the sweet moment of Rohini Nakshatra, all the auspicious stars and moon appeared in the sky to give shelter to gentle persons. Okay, that's cool. Nice time. Bliss personified, Bhagavan Hari appeared in Nanda's house for 3 reasons: to engage the Atmaram sages, the Shruticharis, in bhakti, to please the devotees by performing sweet transcendental lilas, to relieve the earth's burden caused by the demons. After Yashoda and her family members fell asleep in the maternity room, Hari cried beautifully. Like a newborn kid. So you guys will find out about that. How beautiful it is. For quite a long time, you'll experience that beauty for many days. For a few months, maybe a whole year. Oh, it's so beautiful! And you tell her, isn't it beautiful? Yeah, it's very beautiful. Good night. Change his diapers. Oh, I did it last night, you do it. No, let's duke it out. Show fingers. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, your turn. You won. Okay. So it's Krishna's, now listen to this. Check your baby. It's like this. Krishna's crying sounded like Omkar, the Mahavakya Omkar, announcing the auspicious arrival of his lilas. Omkar is a transcendental vibration that had previously emanated from the mouth of Brahma. When the ladies of Vrindavan heard the sweet sound of Krishna's crying, they woke up and ran to see Krishna. With the mellow of their matchless, overflowing affection, they anointed his body. So, all the ladies of Braj, all the elder ladies, came to Gokul, Yashoda's house, and smothered Krishna with their affection. Well, that's dangerous. That's a bat. If he hits a fan, it'll make a big mess.
Can't do.
Yes.
You cannot see light.
You know, they see the light, but they don't see the fan. That's going to be a little... It happens a lot. I don't use the fan. I don't use the fan. I think we should turn off the fan. Thanks. Hi, speak to the fan. And sometimes they go upstairs and there's all blood all around it. So this is part of the entertainment. The little airplanes came, not a big airplane. he heard that something happened over here, so he came. Maybe he eats these guys, I don't know. Is it a vampire? Yeah, that's so fun.
So they are coming on you. Sorry.
Wow. There's 10 of them. Krishna's all attractive. Everyone's attracted to Krishna. The natural fragrance of Krishna's body smells just like kasturi, musk. The ladies bathed Krishna in sweet ambrosia. Krishna looked cleansed and beautiful. They smeared Krishna's body with sandalwood pulp. And they sent a champak flower garland. With the strength of his little arms, delicate as tender leaves of a tree, Krishna made all the lamps in the maturing room look like a garland of lotus flower buds. The ladies of Vrindavan saw baby Krishna like a blooming flower mala made of sapphires, blue sapphires. Although a mere baby, Krishna had a full head of curly hair. That happens a lot of times. To hide the unique signs on his hands, Karachina, I guess they call it. What do they call it? Karachina? Karachina. Hands, signs on his hands. Like what? What's on his hands? Ankush. What is Ankush?
Elephant goat.
Elephant goat. Fish, conch, etc. Krishna folded his petal-like fingers of his lotus palm. Usually babies' hands are like this, right? For Krishna, he's a special baby. He's not doing this because he's a baby. He's doing this because he's humble. He doesn't want to show, I'm God. I have all these marks in my hands that no, you guys don't have. So he goes the right way. So there's always, in every crowd of people, there's always one guy who's called a palmist. So all the people, all the ladies and guys coming, Brishvasi's coming to see Krishna, one of them's going to be a palmist. He's going to up with Krishna's little hand. Hey, let me see your palm, kid. Hey, you got a long lifeline. Looks like you're eternal. Got incredible money line. You're like Lakshmipati. You're like Vaikuntapati. You have an amazing intelligence line. You're like maybe smart as God. Yeah, you're right, man. You'd be right. So he closed his hand. Don't look at my palms. There was a guy in Delhi Temple, a Bengali guy. He was a great palmist. He died about 10 years ago. I forget his name. Older gentleman. He was in the temple doing seva, I forget what. But he's a very good palmist. And he told me he used to read palms of devotees on television. You know, you would see there's Hare Krishna TV in Bombay. He was devotees go like this. So one time there was, they bought a TV in the temple on Sunday, showed a lecture of Prabhupada. And after the lecture, he was reading Prabhupada, was going like this or something. He read Prabhupada's hand. He was telling me about it. It was really good palmist. He read my hand also. Don't tell her. So embarrassing. He said, you know, I see this mound over here. It says you get really angry. But you control it. He said, I said, that's good. Or burned down the town. But I don't, do I? You made me knowing. Okay. So watch out. It's like, well, you know, there's two kinds of volcanoes.
Yeah. Underwater.
Inactive ones and
Active one.
active ones. But inactive sometimes become so inactive. So far. Mother Yashoda awoke amidst the joyous chattering of the elderly gopis. Leaning over the bed, Yashoda admired her gorgeous son. Upon seeing her reflection on Krishna's body, Yashoda imagined it was another woman. Thinking that a witch had assumed her form to kidnap Krishna, Yashoda became bewildered and yelled, "Get out of here! You go away!" You may wonder why Yashoda is fearful of a witch. Because it's known in India, because they have a lot of knowledge, that there's a group of subtle beings called pretas, pishachas, etc. Kacharis, there's a whole bunch of them that are invisible, what we call ghosts, bhutas. And they specifically harass newborn babies. For the first year or two of a child, they try to kidnap them, they try to strangle them. So that's a lot of times babies are crying all the time because they're being attacked because of their bad karma, that jivatma has bad karma. So these pretas are assigned to attack them and harass them. So every villager knows this. So they always tie a black string around the waist of the kid, or the ankle of the kid, or the neck of the kid, and all kinds of different rituals they do. They put ashes, they put kudra on his forehead, put a black dot on his forehead, or on his cheek, or something like that. They do all these different things to counteract these negative beings. Well, that's why she saw, oh, because what color was her reflection? We'll find out in a minute. She said, "Get out of here, go away." Spontaneously, she cried out to Nrsimhadev to protect her precious son. Tavakara Kamalabare Nakam, and put the string up. I know, she cried out, "Hey, Nrsimha." Beholding Krishna's tender face, Yashoda showered tears of affection that looked like an offering of a pearl necklace. Yashoda saw Krishna's body as a pile of blue musk, softer than butter churned from the milk ocean. Overflowing with nectar, Krishna's charming body appeared like foam of milk, being dark blue in color. It seemed, admiring the supremely delicate form of her son, Yashoda worried about his safety and feared that the touch of her body might hurt his tender body. She fed her breast milk to her son and affectionately gazed at Krishna in great wonder. Krishna's whole body seemed to be made of lotus flowers. This is an interesting comparison. Krishna's cheeks, what are cheeks? Cheeks is here, right? They looked like two huge bubbles floating in a lake of liquid blue sapphires. A lake of sapphires. His cheeks look like two bubbles floating in liquid. This guy, we wonder what he was eating. Maybe there were a lot of mushrooms growing in Vrindavan when he lived, or Bengal, wherever he lived, you know. It's had amazing visualization power. Amazing. The elderly ladies, Brajvasi ladies, addressed Nanda Maharaj. You're most fortunate you fathered a son. Previously, Nanda was deeply aggrieved over long-standing, many years inability to attain a son. His heart was like a small lake that had completely dried up during a long hot summer. But when Nanda Maharaj heard of his son's birth, he felt as if the dry lake of his heart had been blessed with a sudden downpour of nectar. The gentle sound of Krishna's voice removed all his grief and lamentation. Now he bathed in the rains of bliss, swam in an ocean of nectar, and felt embraced by a joyful stream of the celestial Ganga. Imagine what a child can do to a mother and father. Amazing how he can transform their mind and hearts. He or she, child, is a great gift of God. So Nanda Maharaj is really blissed out, as we say. Totally blissed. Eager to see his son, Nanda Maharaj's body thrilled with astonishment and waves of ecstasy as he stood outside the maternity room, because he had anxiously standing in the background. Yogamaya induced Nanda Maharaj to enter the maternity room. He rushed in to see his son, who is personified condensed bliss. It seemed that all auspiciousness of the three worlds was now residing within Krishna, the original cause of everything. Nanda Maharaj saw his son as a perfectly charming person. The kajal around Krishna's eyes, they get right to it, huh? He was born a half hour ago. Here he has kajal on his eyes. They're wasting any time. Look like the kajal around Krishna's eyes look like lines on a black creeper of beauty. Krishna bloomed like a beautiful flower in a garden of desire trees. And there's all kinds of hundreds of different analogies about Krishna's beauty. It goes on and on. Unbelievable. So that's the description, some little bit of description of Krishna's birth. I have anything else? I got some other things here. Cymbals, drums, big drums, small drums, vibrated sounds and specific melodies. I don't know, everyone's singing and dancing. This was the next day, actually. The joy of Krishna's birth celebration taxed the drains of Nanda Maharaj's capital. Why? There's nollies. You say nolly, drain, because they were full to the brim with milk, yogurt, and other liquids. Soon rivers of nectar flooded the streets of the town and permeated the entire atmosphere with a sweet fragrance. Disguising themselves as birds, what did I say?
Disguising themselves as birds.
The Devatas and Devis descended from Swarga to Rajapur to happily drink that flood of nectar. Because what happened, they were so excited. They're coward men. When they party, they get really wild. They start pouring milk over each other's head and rubbing yogurt on each other's body and ghee. And they're just going crazy. And all that ghee and yogurt was flowing in the gutters. We say gutters now. And all the Davises came down. They didn't have the ID card to take part in the festival, but they wanted to get the Charamrita from Krishna and all the Nandaraj and all the Brajavasis. That Charamrita is full of Braja Prem. So they're all drinking big handfuls from the gutters. So that's why it's said, you maybe heard this expression, these aren't ordinary nalis, aren't ordinary gutters. The gutters of Vrindavan are filled with liquid prem. Where this I heard this phrase when I first came to Vrindavan, 1977. I said to one Brajavasis, I said, they're open sewers. We call this in the West open sewer, because in the West there's all pipes way underground. Everything's going there, you can't see what's going on. Here everything is Sakshat Darshan. There's cow poop going down the gutter, dog poop, monkey poop, egg poop, every poop. You're right. It's just an open sewer. An open sewer, open gutter. Oh my God. And the guy showed me, he said, you're quite wrong. These nalis are flowing with liquid prem. I said, oh. I stand corrected. Forgive me for not seeing things correctly. So in the future, whenever someone came to Vrindavan, I took them around Vrindavan, they would say, these are open sewers. I say, no.
No.
These gutters are flowing with liquid prem. They would say, oh. Right, you know. There we go. So it's going on there like that. So let's see. So all the guests were bathing in nectar, and they're overwhelmed with love, and they fill their hands with oil and haldi paste and butter and started streaming each other's faces and bodies. They look very attractive with their smiling faces, yellow faces, smiling yellow faces, with white streaks and their glittering white teeth. Carried away with joy over Krishna's birth, they fearlessly threw cheese balls. What a fun. Like cream pie in the face program, you know? You make a cream pie, bomb. You know? You see on TV they do something like that, comedy show. So a cheese ball, bomb. That'd be fun though. I know a lot of people I'd like to throw a cheese ball. That's sitting in this room right here. Not little ball, big ball. Big cheese ball. Boom. Nice. You eat and get smashed at the same time. You can eat your way out of embarrassment. You get cheese ball on your face and you feel a little embarrassed. But you go. Yeah. That's nice. Fresh cheese. Not only that, one could mistake, that's what I thought, they're showing yogurt also, one could mistake the white balls of cheese for hailstones. You know, when in winter, the little rain comes, little hard ice balls called hailstones. Wow, they're really fired up. Oh, here, not only that, here, listen to the poet. You can mistake the cheese balls for,
Hailstone.
not only that, solidified moonlight, solid moonlight. That's not enough. White mud from the ocean, from the floor of the ocean of milk. Oh, that's stretching it. White mud from the floor of the ocean of milk. Kurosawa. Carry cardboard, keep that. That's why I love this book. It's so wild. You take this book is like taking LSD, you know. Page by page, you go higher and higher and higher. The good news is it's still in print, bottom showing. I printed 2,000 copies. After 12 years, I ran out. They sold out. I didn't reprint it because it doesn't sell many copies. So he's printing it. I bought a couple of copies he got for me. Gave some devotees. It's like really good that he's doing that. Keep it in print. So that's a little bit about the birth. So I just, oh God, this guy. Sorry, guys. Cardboard is liberated. You guys. No, you just gotta talk to me. Hey, what's up? Yes, you did that? He did that? What did you do? What's up? You're talking right to me. I don't believe you. You have any proof? I got a picture of myself, I'm showing. You got a picture of myself? Little cell phone you have. Come on, Jody. Okay, you launched. So this is, what's going on here? I think we finished these guys. Now we have to back up a replay here a little bit to the time when Yeshua was pregnant. So Krishna's born now, he's back in the womb. That's fun. Rewind. Krishna, go back. He has to go back for a class, you know. While Krishna was in the womb, something amazing happened. Are you excited?
Yes, we do.
Somebody came there. Who came there? I don't know. Let me find out. One night in Gokul, where Yeshua was pregnant, a bunch of unidentified UFOs arrived at Gokul, and some mysterious beings came there. Some had 4 heads. What is that? Brahma, Shiva, Narada Muni. One guy's playing some crazy guitar. Veena, sitar, whatever. What does he play? Veena. Baby sitar, I guess. Deva, Vyasamuni, Indra, Chandra, Varuna. They invisibly approached the maternity womb. This is not Shiri, not Yeshua. Yeshua doesn't want all those guys disturbing the scene. Because Yeshua doesn't have Aishwarya. All this goes with Aishwarya. This Devaki is the Mathura. rewind again. Krishna Mathura. And the Devatas prayed. And the first verse they prayed is the best verse. Very nice verse. The 10th canto, chapter 2, is called Deva Stuti, prayers by the Devatas. And all these guys were praying together individually, I can't say, maybe individually. So the Devatas prayed, and this is what they prayed. Satyam Vratam Satyam Param. Satyam Vratam Satya Param. Sri Satyam Satyasya Yonim. Nitam cha Satye Satasya Satyam Vritasya Netram. Satyatmakam Tvam Sharanam Pravanam. You hear the word Satyam over and again. But they're saying, hey Bhagavan, you never deviate from your Satyavrata. You never deviate, never fall down, never break your vows. You're always perfect, Satyaparam. Because whatever you decide is perfectly correct and cannot be stopped by anyone. You're present in the three phases of time, the cosmic manifestation, maintenance, and unmanifestation. You're the supreme truth, Parasatya. Unless one is completely truthful, one cannot achieve your favor. Which therefore cannot be achieved by hypocrites. I don't know if that's in a verse, but you are the real truth, the ingredients of creation, therefore you're known as Antaryami. You're equal to everyone, and your instructions apply for everyone at all time. We offer our obeisance to you, we surrender unto you. Kindly give us protection. Vishnu Chakra's commentary. He said, this described all the meanings of Satyam. Satyam can refer to Krishna's name. You are supreme and are called Satya. Krishna is established in truth, and truth is established in Krishna. Satya also means truth. That's interesting. It says that Govinda is more truthful than truth itself. That's really cool. Therefore, he's called Satya. Satyasya Yoni. The amshas of Krishna also true, Matsya, Kurma, etc. We take shelter of you who are present in truth, Satya. Oh, that's an interesting idea. Because the verse says, Satyam, Yonam Ritat, Satya Netram. Says, Satya Yonam Nihitam. What does the word Nihitam mean? The Sanskrit word means you live, you reside. It's present tense. The word is in present tense. So what does that mean, Govinda?
He always lives in truth, actually.
Yeah, Satyayana. Krishna always lives in the womb of truth, in the area of truth. So Krishna gives an interesting idea about this. He says the Devas are saying, they're saying, Nitam, we take shelter of you, Krishna, who are present in Satya, that is Mathura, Vrindavan, Vaikuntha, and other spiritual abodes. You are the essence of the essence, the cream of all spiritual objects, Satyasya Satyam. So that's interesting that this verse, 10th canto, chapter 2, verse 26, indicates Vrindavan. Krishna is telling us it indicates Mathura Vrindavan. The Krishna is eternally present in Mathura. And other shastras say the same thing. Gopaltavani Upanishad says that Krishna is eternally living in Vrindavan. And other verses in 10th canto say it also. Maybe 90th chapter, I think 90th chapter. You know that verse? Jaganivas. Says Jaganivasa. Devi
Devaki Janmavasu.
Devi Janma.
Jayati Jayati Devu.
I think it's the 50th verse. Let's see. No, I don't remember. Do you know the verse number?
Devaki.
It's the last chapter. It's a long verse. It's verse number 48. Chapter 90, verse 48. It's a very important verse, actually. Because this verse shows that Krishna is living in Vrindavan eternally. And it can be seen here. Because it starts out with Jayati. The word Jayati is in present tense. It doesn't be a different ending if it meant past. Jayati Jananivas means that Krishna lives eternally in Vrindavan. My Gurudev told me this. Jayati is in present tense. The Krishna eternally is living in Bhavan Vrindavan. Jayati Jani Vasudevi Janravado Yadavara Parishad Swear Dharvyasya Nadharma. It's a long verse. Krishna eternally lives in Mathura, known as Devaki Nandan. So that's a nice point. These guys are taking up the whole desk here. Got to do a fast move here, so I leave it open, I'll occupy the desk. What time is it?
8:40.
8:40. So we heard about Krishna's birth from different angles of vision by different authors. Jiva Goswami, Kavi Karnapur, Veda Vyas and Bhagavatam. And then we're going to hear about Krishna's Leela from the viewpoint of a Siddha saint, a Siddha Gaudiya Vaishnava saint named Siddha Krishnadas, who lived at Govardhan at Manasi Ganga in 1860. That's like how many years ago?
164. 164.
164 years ago he lived there. And he's Siddha because he had darshan of Krishna and Radharani and the Leelas. So he wrote a book called Gaura-Govinda Gutika, where he describes one chapter of that book is called Naimitic Lilas, which means occasional Leelas of Krishna. So in there he describes a 10-day party. There's a 10-day party that happens every year in Nandagram. What's it called?
Krishna Janmashtami.
Krishna's birthday. But to be Indian style, you say Krishna Janmotsav. Utsav, the celebration of Krishna's birth. So it's very interesting description. We recorded this before, but we'd like to read it, so we'll read it again. And try to think about all these things while you're hearing it. 10-day party, that's pretty good. It's kind of like Ambani, you know. He had like a 2-year marriage party or something like that. Was he married or what? You ever got married?
Yes, they are.
Just having parties all the time, never got married. That's pretty smart. Because, you know, you got, when you're married, after you're married, you know what they say, the party's over. Take off all your fancy clothes, put on your Levi's, go in the kitchen, wash the dishes. The party's over, you know. But he's rocking on for 2 years or something like that. Had a good time, I guess. Enjoyed himself. Good deal. Okay, so what's going on here? Where's the beginning? Where does it all start? So Krishna had a 10-day birthday party. Began 8 days ago on Ekam, the first day of Vajramaya. And let's find out what happened here. Okay. So, and the first day, Nadaraj announced there's going to be a celebration, and they started preparing the town of Nandagam for the festival. On the first day of the month of Vajra, a band, an orchestra playing different drums and wind instruments, sat down in Nandababa's palace and started playing auspicious music for the appearance of birthday of Krishna. From that day on till the 6th day, Nandaraj was making arrangements to beautify the palace and the whole village of Nandishwar. So they're decorating the palace for 6 days before the function started, from Ekam to Shasti. So when did it get rolling? From that day until the 6th day, arrangements were made. A wonderful canopy adorned with jewels, strings of jewels hung over the courtyard. Each door and gate was flanked by banana trees and jugs filled with mangoes, and flags were flapping here and there. Houses, everyone's house, all the marketplaces were all decorated like this. The royal roads and pathways were sprinkled with fragrant water. Everyone understood there was a grand festival going on. On 6th evening, which means what? Sunday. So Sunday evening?
Yes.
Did you notice? Sunday evening. You got one? Is that why you're here? Nandaraj sent invitations. He sent invitations to the Janmashtami birthday party of his son. There you go, huh? What's that? You got a Rolex watch with it also? Yeah, a Rolex watch. Invitation, a gold Rolex. At least that. How do you keep up with the body, you know? So who sent the invitation? Subhadra, she was in charge of doing that, sending invitations to her brother's birthday party. That's interesting. So she's a Mathura. That's interesting.
She is son of Upananda, some brother of.
Oh, yeah, right. Subhadra is also a boy named Subhadra.
Daughter.
Yeah, Nanaraj's elder brother's son took charge of the invitation. Cousin of Krishna, so yeah. Husband of Kundalata. And Tanisha, like that. So Subhadra does, Mr. Subhadra, he goes to Varsana and tells King Vrishabhanu. The day after tomorrow is Krishna's birthday. So Nanaraj has invited you. So come to Nanagram and enjoy this village as if it's your own. I don't know, Nanaraj wrote this invitation. I don't know anything in terms of yours and mine. Everything is ours. Please come tomorrow morning to Nanishwar to make this invitation successful. That was Nanaraj's first invitation. Oh, Vrishabhanu Maharaj, bring your whole family. Who's his family?
Sri Ram.
Radha Rani. Kirtida.
Nangamantri, Kirtida. And who else? Manjubashini, Shubha, the parrots, pet parrot, Shukshmati, and a few moths. Tanisha goes and invites Kirtida on behalf of Yeshua. So that's interesting. Okay, what happened now? So there's all things there. 3, 4, 5. Let's see. Everything was beautified and canopies hanging everywhere. I said all that. Flags were flapping. Okay, good. Okay, let's turn the page, see what's going on here. It's a big party. You're going, and I got an invitation. Okay, good. Are you going to the birthday party? I think I have an invitation. I got an extra one. You give it to you. Okay, good. Abhimanyu was invited. And all our friends and relatives. So Radharani on Saptami, Ashtami, and Nomi, for 3 days, Krishna did not go out to herd the cows. I wonder why. Because Radharani was living in his room, adjoining room to his bedroom. You see a picture of the palace of Nandagram. There's Krishna's bedroom, and next, right behind it is Radharani's bedroom. There's a bedroom for Radharani, bedroom for Vrishabhanu, bedroom for Nangamantri, and also Kirtida. Always there. They're empty except for 3 days a year. Guest bedrooms reserved for Vrishabhanu's family. Okay, now, what else? So they pack their bags and go to Nandagram. Vrishabhanu Maharaj and his family take a light breakfast before departing to Nandishwar. That means Nandagram. They bring all kinds of ornaments and jewelry and clothing and stuff to give for birthday presents. Vrishabhanu Maharaj mounts an elephant. Why?
King.
Right. You're the king. You gotta show your stuff. Don't go on a bowling cart. Elephant. This is the viewpoint of Sri Krishna. Remember that? The absolute truth is always subjective. So, Vrishabhanu and his brothers, who are his brothers?
Chandrabhanu.
Chandrabhanu, Subhanu, Brihadbhanu. Who else? Oh yeah, he has 5 brothers also. They all mount elephants and leave Varsana, accompanied by musicians and soldiers. Shija and her sister-in-laws, the wet nurses and other relatives depart in the topmost bliss. And covered palanquins. Palanquin. The 4 guys carried it on the right side. She mounts a horse. She is riding a horse. And, okay. Radharani and her Sakhis are also sitting in palanquins, and Chandrali and all the Uteshis are sitting in palanquins. The Manjris walk. No palanquins for you guys. Oh, and Uteshri, big boys, big girls. You're little slaves. Social hierarchy. As Krishna Maharaj gets close to the underground, all kinds of musicians come forward to greet them. They get off their elephants, they greet Nanda Maharaj, embrace each other, and address each other, and offer obeisances to them and all this, that. Nanda Maharaj takes the guests inside and gives them each a proper place to stay. Yashamati Mata greets Kirtana Mata, Radhika and the Sakhis and Uteshris with respect and affection. He takes them inside the palace and shows them their guest rooms. Everyone takes rest in their own rooms while servants and maidservants are engaged in their sevas, massage and all that, getting drinks and snacks and all kinds of stuff. After this, Krishna Maharaj, Kirtana Mata, Radhika and all Sakhis take a small snack. On the order, Yashoda, Radhika and her Sakhis start cooking. Get to work. Welcome to the birthday party. Here's your room. Roll up your sleeves and get in the kitchen. That's interesting. So they do. They cook sweet rice and vegetables that are offered to Nanda Maharaj's Narayan deity by Mother Mangal. Afterwards, the arati is done. Servants are dancing and singing, playing musical instruments, and everyone is blissfully witnessing. After arati, everyone offers obeisances. And the order of Yashoda, Mother Mangal puts the Ryan to rest and calls everyone for prasadam. Everyone sits down. Nanda Maharaj sits down with his brothers, Abhinanda, Upananda, Vrishabhana Maharaj's 4 brothers, Sridham, Balaram, Subhadra, Gopatra, etc. On his right, Sunanda, Nandanandan, and Nanda's other brothers, Krishna, Subha, Ujjvala, Kokila, and others on his left. Sri Krishna's maternal uncles sit facing Nanda Maharaj. Abhimanyu, the other cowards, sit facing King Vrishabhanu. On the southern side, all the local Brahmins are sitting with the rest of Brijvasis. Radharani and her Sakhis serve the side of Nanda Maharaj. Shamala, Chandrali, and other Uteshris are serving Vrishabhanu's side. So Radharani stays far away from Chandrali. Radharani is busy serving Nanda Maharaj's brothers and Krishna Balaram, all his friends, and Chandravi and her Saki Shamala and Shaibya, etc. Shamala's Tatasta Saki. They're serving Vrishabhana Maharaj and everybody over there. Abhimanyu. So the wife is far away from the husband. Right, his husband, everybody, she doesn't even see it, doesn't he do it? She's serving Krishna. They serve rice and vegetables, everyone present, eats with great pleasure, joking and laughing. After eating, they wash their mouths, chew baleness, and go sleep in their bedrooms, where the servants fan them, etc. Where wash their hands and feet, becomes immersed in transcendental bliss by beholding Krishna's beauty through the window of her bedroom. So her bedroom doesn't have an adjoining door, but has a window. You see, right? She sees Krishna lying down to rest. Yashomati Mata calls Radhika and Yuteshri and makes them sit down in the courtyard. Radha and her Saki sit in one line. Chandravi and Shama sit on the other side of the room. Another line. Chandravi's her cousin's sister, the daughter of Chandrabhanu. Vrishabhana's brother, but Radharani don't get along too good with his cousin sister. This is so funny. Kirita and Yashoda sit in another line with elderly gopis. And Rohini, Tungi Mata, and Kundalata serve. After blissfully eating and washing their mouths, ladies go to their bedrooms to take rest, with their maidservants serving them, leaves and fanning them, etc. After this, all the manjaris of Radharani eat. After eating the remnants of all, the Sakadasi cleans the eating place and goes to Radharani to massage her lotus feet and offer other services. Radharani later gets up from bed and goes to meet Krishna at the yoga pit in Gupta Kund. Returns to Nandishwarpur again after taking a rest, prepares some sweets, and is dressed and ornamented by her maidservants, then goes out and Avisar to Radha Kund. And then she offers Surya Puja, and she comes back home to Nandagram. So for 3 days, she's coming and going for Nandagram. That must be a blissful time. It must be the most happy time around the whole year. And after they play the usual pastimes with Krishna, Radha returns to Nandishwar in the afternoon. And 3:36 in the evening till 6 o'clock. They go out and have different lilas here and there. Now, that goes on so for Satvi and Astami Day. Nandishwar, Radharani and Astami morning, Radharani is bathed and dressed and ornamented by her manjaris, as usual. Kundalata comes and says, "O Radha, come and behold Krishna Abhishek." Radha takes her Saki manjaris for the Raj Abhishek of Krishna. Krishna is also bathed as usual, and his servants dress him with white garment and a piece of pearl hanging from his nose. A gold necklace around his neck, armlets on his arms, bangles, a belt at waist, small bells around his waist, and golden ankle bells on his feet. That's interesting. So someone asked me a question whether Krishna wears ankle bells. I haven't read it in the Shastra, but Sri Krishna is saying Krishna wears ankle bells. That's cool. Golden ones. And he goes to the bathing platform, sits down in a golden chair, studded with jewels. Musicians play different music. Brahmins chant mantras. Women chant Jai Jai. And poets recite different praises. Bhagari Muni recites the Abhishek mantras, and some boys perform the Abhishek. They all bathe Krishna with herbal water gradually. And Panchagavya, what is Panchagavya?
Milk, curd.
Five elements from the cow. Urine, gobar, dung,
Ghee, milk, curd.
ghee, milk, yogurt, and ghee. Panchagavya, it's very purifying substance, bath. So Krishna gets bathed on his birthday with that. And Panchamri, what is Panchamri?
Honey.
Ghee, milk, curd, honey, and
honey,
Milk, yogurt,
ghee,
ghee,
honey,
honey,
sugar.
sugar water,
Honey.
sugar water and honey.
honey and sugar water. It's called mystery pani. 5 things. Okay. There's all kinds of Sastra Patra, plate with 1,000 holes in it, or 1,000 anywhere, and they pour water on his head. And also from a conch shell. They dry him and dress him in yellow dhoti and take him for dressing and all that stuff. Now, next day is Navami. What is that festival called?
Dosa.
Nandosa. I was Nanda K, Nanda, what is it?
Nanda Bhayo Chaitanya Lal ki, Hathi Ghoda Pal ki, Chaitanya Lal ki.
How does it start?
Anand bhayo.
Nanda Bhaya, Nanda.
Nand ke Anand bhayo.
Nanda K, Ananda Bhaya, Jai Kaniya Lal ki, Hathi Gora Palaki, Jai Kaniya Lal ki. So there's carts full of, Palaki means a cart, Palaki. Should translate in English. Today, none of us in bliss. Why?
Krishna is blessed.
Krishna temple.
After long.
Krishna is blessed.
After 90 years, he had a son.
Hathi Ghoda Pal.
So we were elephants, horses, elephants.
He was charity. He was giving in charity elephants, horses,
Not
palanquins.
for children, he gives elephant toys and horses. For old people, he gives palanquins. Yeah, in the song it is there.
The palanquin donation,
Yeah, for the old people.
wheelchairs for the old guys.
He was giving charity, horses, elephants, everything.
What?
He was very happy that Krishna is taken birth in his house.
Me too. Okay, that's going on. So, okay. So they drink.
ये है हाथी दीने घोड़ा दीने और दीने पालकी हाथी दीने he was giving elephants
In charity, he was giving elephants.
हाथी
horses.
दीने घोड़ा दीने और दीने पालकी he was giving
Great, man. No Rolex watch, I guess. Giving gold palanquins. wish I was there. They got some gold in it. They make arch on Tiak on his forehead, and leave pictures on his cheeks, and hung a pearl on his nose, Bakar Kundala, a jewel necklace, and all kinds of armlets, bangles, sash with small bells around his waist, and all that stuff. And then Bhagari Rishi worshipped Krishna 7 times with durva sprouts in the sand. It's always 7 times around, all that stuff. All the Brahmins over blessing for Shravana, others bless Krishna over golden trays with clothes and ornaments. Kirjama, other elderly ladies with brotherly love over their gifts and bless Krishna. Sri Radha offers Krishna golden tray. That's nice, that's cute. With garments and ornaments, hangs a jeweled necklace around his neck. Was that jeweled necklace or was herself? She herself is a gold necklace. Sometimes Krishna, when Leela, he said, when we meet Swarai, he said, Balamungal predicted that I'll receive a gold necklace around my neck. What do you think about that, Ronnie? He said, I don't think so. Because his arms around Rarai's arms around Krishna's neck. He said, I don't think so today. I think Balamungal's prediction is wrong. You're not going to receive a golden necklace around your neck today. Oh. So Rarai bought a golden tray with clothing and jewelry and hung a jeweled necklace around his neck. The same way Chandravi, elderly Kshetris, offered presents. Krishna donates a cow with a calf, and gold-plated horns, and silver hose. Be decked with a golden blanket, decorated with different ornaments, to Bhagari Rishi. Nandaraj gives thousands and thousands of cows and chariots to the Brahmanas. Krishna comes off the dais of Snavedi, the offers obeisance to Paramasi Devi, other Brahmins. He bows down to his mother and father and Rishabhana Baba and Kirti Dhamma. All the spheres he bows down, for just like his mother and father. Sri Krishna, Mother Yashoda calls Krishna and his friends to the dining room to take a snack. Radha and her girlfriends and Yudhishthira also take a snack, after which Yashoda engaged them in cooking. You have a protein bar. Eat a protein bar. Eat some granola. Get the kids start cooking. That's good. Meanwhile, she engaged hundreds of Brahmins in cooking a large amount of food. The show inspects all the preparations. Orders Balamungal to offer artik and offer the vogue to Thakurji Narayan. Then in the courtyard, they start playing the Duddy Kata game. This means throwing yogurt. Good game. Nandaraj throws yogurt on Prishabhadra Maharaj. All the elderly coward men start throwing yogurt at each other. Balaram and Krishna and the coward boys go mad, throwing yogurt at each other. We should play that, that'd be fun. Like a hobby, you know. It'd be really fun. I mean, get like water from the milk store. It's 150 kilos of yogurt. Anyway, has to bring a change of clothes. Leave your clothes. Upstairs, ladies can change. Downstairs, the men. And then, later goes out there and then we have a reenact this there. That'd be really good. I think we should do that. Anyway, our annual Dedicata Festival. It become pretty popular, I think. You can't get to the festival unless you bring 5 kilos of yogurt. SGP has to bring 5 kilos of yogurt. Otherwise you can't fight, you don't have any weapons, That's a good idea. There's a pastime they dress up Krishna at Dani Vartan Kun. They go over that. Anyway, tell that when we go to Govardhan sometime. That's a good pastime. Okay, where are we? So they're going mad. So the inner courtyard, Brajeshri and Kirti, all their sisters are playing. And another courtyard, Radharani, Chandravi, and other Yasheshris are going mad, throwing yogurt at each other. That must be really good.
Yeah.
Hey, Chandravi, wow. It's accompanied by dancing and singing and playing musical instruments. Mukher and other grandmas are dancing in the middle,
Wow.
wielding sticks. They're dancing on it. That's broken. That's okay. Fun. That must be funny, see all the old grandmas all bent over. Wow, it's a really blessing party. Everyone's throwing yogurt, milk, ghee, buttermilk, haldi, liquid sandalwood, red kumkum, water, and at each other. Out of excitement, everyone forgets who's superior, who's junior. Everyone tries to penalty everyone else with yogurt and milk. All the yogurt and milk form streams, look like a river running down the drains of an underground. Well, David is, wow, that's not doing it. David is in the sky, see this festival of bliss and shower flowers. And some assume human forms and dance among the cowards. They don't want to be left out. Imagine dancing with Indra, throwing yogurt on his face. Hey, Mama, Brahma. He got formation, he got to be a good shot, Pretty wild, boy. Other Davises became birds, eat up all the yogurt and buttermilk flowing in the gutters and the noise. The singers, players, male, female dancers dance in ecstasy, singing the glories of Gokul and Krishna. After completing the game, everyone went to Radha and take a bath. So that's what we'll do. We'll cover each other with yogurt, go down the street, what the hell is going on? See all these guys go down the street, covered with yogurt, turmeric, haldi powder, all yellow streaks. And we're doing Dedicata Festival, don't I know? That'd be wild, right? all showing pictures of that on the internet. It'll be viral, you know. Or just pick up a host we'll just do it all here, obey here, you know. We have a host that'll spray everybody. Pretty wild. I do some fun things sometimes, you know. Okay. Next year, we say, you gotta have to, see what happens next year. So they all bathe. Where do they go to bathe? No.
Pavan Sarovar.
Pavan Sarovar. Now they're in Pavan Sarovar. What happens then? They start to play in the water.
Yeah.
Radharani Chandrava is splashing in the water. They climb back on the shore. The maid servants dry their bodies, and then they dress them in fresh clothes and all that stuff. They go back to the palace. Nanda Maharaj presents everyone, gives gifts according to everyone's social position, clothes and ornaments. Rajeshri Yashoda does the same with the lady guests. Everyone's dressed and decorated with these gifts by their own servants and maidservants. After Namaraj sits the Brahmins down and feeds them exquisite sweets and fried things that the Brahmins have eaten. Mother Yashoda has all the brahmacharis call everyone for a feast. That's tomorrow. And everyone's called for a feast. Vrishabhanu sits down with his sons and friends and fellow villagers in the courtyard. They blissfully start feasting tomorrow. After eating, they all go to their rooms and rest, lie down, digest the feast, take hajwal. Eat and hajwal. Meanwhile, Rajeshri Mata serves Kirti the Radha and all the gopis a feast in the inner courtyard. They wash their mouths after eating. Two Bela leaves and go retire in their bedrooms. And that's us? No. Oh, right. So as usual, Radha Krishna goes to take rest. Radha Krishna is performing their daily midday pastimes. So she's there from the 7th, 8th, and 9th. And where's Radharani stay? Nanagram. How many days?
3 days. 7th, 8th, 9th.
7th, 8th, and 9th. Dusty morning. Party's rolling on here. In the morning, Radharani and Sakis wake up as usual, bathe and get dressed, and go enjoy Krishna's breakfast remnants. The Vajeshri orders them to cook. And